How, you guys? Just how? What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Kira if you are new, and today I am back to share with you a crazy grocery haul that how did it happen? I really don't know. I knew that I was going to need another grocery haul before the end of the month. I had planned that, but I thought maybe I would be able to keep my grocery hauls small for the rest of September and then do something big in the beginning of October, but that just did not happen. I did a small haul for Target, which you guys are going to see first. I spent about $60, and after editing the video, which I've already done that part already, I realized that I did not include for you guys the backpack that I had picked up for Maya. So I'll pop up the picture right here for you guys to see, but I got this really cool ramen noodles backpack that I thought she would really love, that I'm gonna put away for Christmas, and it was discounted because it was from back to school, and obviously back to school is over. So I grabbed this discounted backpack and I was waiting for it to be delivered, and I filmed the haul and completely forgot about it. So this $18.69 was included in the haul you guys are about to see. So you got a Target with that really cute backpack part included, and then you have a $600 Sam's haul, and then you have a Walmart that was another $100. So between everything, it was like $775 worth of stuff, and I wanted to keep it small for the rest of this month. So I don't know how it happens, you guys, but it happened, and I have it to share with you. So let me take you into my kitchen, and I'm going to share with you Target and Walmart and Sam's Club. All right, you guys. So believe it or not, this was about $60 and change, and then I had that $10 gift card from the last time that I went to Target for the 3 cleaning supplies. It was like laundry, paper, cleaning, and you got a $10 gift card. So I said, oh, okay, well, I just have a few minimal food things that I need to get. Let me get them from Target so I can use that $10 off gift card, plus I get to use my $5 red card rewards. And I was still a little shocked that it came out to this price. Again, I'm not exactly sure what it breaks down to. It always finalizes after you do the pickup, and so I'll put it in the description box so you can go ahead and see. But I did just go ahead and get some tortillas. So I got those tortillas from H-E-B, and Mason loved them. So yes, I guess they really are known for their tortillas. I made those ham and cheese burritos, and I made 10 of them, and he's eaten 5 out of the 10 that we've made. Like, he's obsessed with these ham and cheese burritos. Maybe it's the boar's head ham and the boar's head cheese with the scrambled eggs and stuff. And so I went ahead and got the burritos so I can make him some more meal prep for this week, as well as some quesadillas for lunch. Speaking of lunches, I picked up a pineapple and a watermelon so I can cut that up and use that for the week. I needed some heavy cream, and they were out of the big ones, so I just got 2 small ones. I need them for a couple of recipes: Peniel vodka, Parmesan orzo. There's like a few things I need the heavy cream for. I got butter. That one package will hold us over because I am gonna need to go to Sam's, I'm thinking, from here. So got the 1 thing of butter, got some jasmine rice because we just go through so much rice, and so we're out of rice, so I went ahead and got another bag of it. I have a bunch of crock pot meals coming up, and believe it or not, I am out of that giant thing of crock pot liners that I got. Probably the ones you guys have seen, because it was like a mega huge box that I had gotten maybe from Sam's or Costco. So that's on the list to get that again, because this was fairly pricey for the 1 box of it. And then this was also fairly pricey. I got the Hoover Pet for carpet cleaners carpet solution in the Tropical Breeze scent. But I have a dog and 2 cats and maybe another cat, and like there's I don't want people coming and viewing our house without us constantly hitting carpets with the Carpet Fresh cleaner before people come in. I just want people, I'm going to change carpets for whoever buys the house anyways, but I still want people when they come in to be able to smell like fresh carpets. But that was like $20 something and change just for that. But all right, you guys, I am going to go ahead and update the description box. I thought this was going to be all that I really needed, and I thought we were going to get out of this month for really cheap, but I guess that's not happening because Paul said he needed coffee, and then we need salt for the water softener, and there's just a few things that we need that I'm going to be forced to go to Sam's for, and then if I go, I might as well set myself up for inside of October. So you guys stay tuned. You're going to have a Sam's right after this. All right, you guys, you're looking at it. Plus I have some ice cream in the freezer, but I'll take that out at the end so it could stay frozen since it's Texas, and even though it's the end of September, it's still 100 degrees. So this was $606, which was to me just completely insane. I don't know how it got to where it got, but it got there, and it got there pretty darn quickly. And then as I was unpacking, I realized two things I forgot that I needed. So that always seems to happen even when I go in with a mental list. So let me share with you, I guess, what's on the floor first so that I can get that out of the way. But I put our drinky drink stuff on the floor first. So I have the 24 pack of the Apple and Eve 100% juice for the kids. They did not have any of the 100% juice boxes there, which I prefer that for the kiddos, and I couldn't find that there. They did not have any. So I just got the 24 pack of those, and that'll last us for a little bit. And then I was really excited to see the Gatorade mashups in the 12-ounce bottles. I got a chance to try the lemon, lime, and orange, and that was really good. I'm not even a huge lemon lime fan. I really like the orange, and that was really good. Cool Blue is my absolute favorite, and that one was mixed with fruit punch. I thought I was gonna like it, but it tastes too grape for me, but I know that my kids will love it, and my husband absolutely loved it. And then they have the Glacier Freeze and the Glacier Cherry, which is the one I didn't think I would like, which the way that my life is going lately is probably going to be the one that I like the best. So I'm anxious to try them. The kids never got a chance to try the big bottles that we got. So I'm really excited because these are, the mashups are really fun, and especially since we're big Gatorade people. So that was fun, and the kids should be excited to try that. And then I'm excited to try the new flavor of Clearly Canadian. So I mentioned to you guys that I had not seen, which one did I just get? The Wild Strawberry. I had not seen that one. I got it at H-E-B. And I had not seen a different flavor other than the ones I had gotten, and then green apple. Those are the ones I had always remembered from growing up. And then now this says new exclusive flavor, and it says sunset orange. So that was really cool. I guess it's more like a fall thing. So I'm excited to try that. They've never had an orange. So you can tell it's definitely a new exclusive thing. So for a Clearly Canadian lover, that's super exciting. And then Paul asked me to pick him up his French roast of the K-Cups. There's 100 in there, and I think it's $32. So you can't beat that for 100 K-Cups, and it's like a good, powerful dark roast coffee. So got that for him. Then I'm going to pop up here a ton of meats. I know that's probably where a big bulk of my money went, although it's the ground beef is one of the things I forgot. Like, I'm making chili this week, and there was something else I wanted. Oh, and sauce. I got the sausage for sauce, and I needed ground beef, and I don't have it. So I'm a little disappointed in myself that I forgot that, and that would have jacked the price up even more if I got the ground beef, because it's still the cheapest at Sam's, but still super expensive. It's like 25, 30 bucks for a small thing, but I needed it. So I will have to stop somewhere and get ground beef, which means there's going to be another piece of grocery haul shoved in here again. But here's the meat that I did get, and I thought this was pretty good. So this was a top eye round roast, and it was originally almost 50 bucks, 47.47, but there was a sale on it and I got it for 35.62. So I'm gonna cut half of it and use it as a pot roast, and then I'm gonna cube the rest of it and use it as stew meat, because I usually do stew like for Halloween, and we do that often during this time of year. So I know that I can do at least 2, maybe even 3 meals out of this giant roast that would have been 50 bucks. So I'll definitely make use of this guy for multiple things. And then I did get for $9. I thought that was, whoa, holy cow. This roast is heavy and I'm one-handing it. Oh my gosh. Okay. $9 I thought was pretty good for this 6-pack of nice thick center cut pork chops. So I got that, and then let me put this mamma jamma down and just lift right here. And I did get how many pounds is this? This is 6.5 pounds of chicken breast, and it was $18.09. And I do like their boneless, skinless chicken breast at Sam's, so I went ahead and grabbed that, and I'll break that up for meals. I got the Jimmy Dean sausage. I get a couple of meals out of this, the ground sausage, but most of the time, one of the things I love to use it for is the nice hearty meat in my meat sauce. So I have a cooking video for it. I'll link it for you, but I like to use ground beef and this ground pork sausage to really make it flavorful and meaty in there. And then the other half I'll usually use to make omelets, and then we'll do like sausage, egg and cheese burritos or something like that. So I will get a couple meals out of this. Actually, I get multiple meals out of it, because I'll take the half, and then my sauce makes like 6 or 7 or 8 different batches depending on how I portion them for meals. So this guy, we stretch pretty darn far. I went and got the Tyson grilled sweet teriyaki chicken thigh fillets. These are just so good and versatile, and we get 2 meals out of this, so I grabbed a bag of that. We got our Just Bare chicken chunks. I actually get quite a few things out of this too. It's only a 3-pound bag, but the kids will take it for lunch. We'll use it for appetizers when we do football food, but then I also do the KFC chicken bowls. So I can get like a lunch, a Sunday football out of it, and then KFC chicken bowls out of that one bag. So that bag goes pretty darn far. And then sticking with meat, I did get a 3-pack of 1-pound bacon. I'll use this for a ton of things. And then we got the Gary's quick steak again. We get 2 meals out of this. I think it's $15.68, and it's the 9 steaks in there. And so I usually do the Philly cheesesteaks for one, and then for the other meals we do like steak quesadillas or something along those lines. So that goes really, really far as well. So I thought that was pretty good on what we got for meat, and I think that's going to really push us well through much of October. Got the 4-pack of Philadelphia cream cheese. I really didn't need this, but with the sale and knowing that the expiration date is long past Christmas and I do a lot of baking, I just went ahead and picked it up while it was on sale for $7 for 4 packs. So I went and grabbed that. Needed some olive oil, and for $11 I thought this Carpelli organic extra virgin olive oil looked pretty good, so we got that. Got the 4-pack of the 1-pound butter boxes. I haven't got butter in like a month or 2, so we were down pretty low. I just grabbed that 1 box from Target to hold us over because I knew I needed to grab a big old 4-pack from Sam's. I got the Totino's pizza rolls. There's 160 rolls in there. I got the combination, which is the sausage and pepperoni. My kids like that. Again, that's Sunday footballs. That's lunches for a long time. That lasts us a good couple of months. Because it's 2 bags inside, and each bag has 80 rolls, and it just takes us a while to even go through one. So that is always a super good buy for us. So we went ahead and grabbed that again. I really love the Kinder's products, and this is their crispy panko blend, the Italian herb breadcrumbs. So I grabbed that for the cabinet because I'm running low on breadcrumbs, and I definitely use that in a bunch of recipes. Sticking with the fun things for the kids, I usually grab the Monster cereal for them. I'll just get it one time for them, but it's super fun for them going into October, and they really look forward to the festive things that I make sure that they have. And I know that they're only going to be so little for so long that they're going to enjoy these little things. So this is the Jim Henson's Monster cereals. It's 1 box of Boo Berries, 1 box of Frankenberry, and then 1 box of Count Chocula. And my kids, when they see that when they get home from school, are going to lose their minds because they literally look forward to that every single year. So I know they're going to be happy to see that. I got the bag of the mini cucumbers for Maya. She loves these, and the small ones are really good for her because she can eat the skin on these. So, and she's able to and old enough to cut these ones herself. I feel safe for her doing that then as far as like peeling and cutting a larger cucumber. So got her a bag of that. Got the pineapple spears in the coconut water. The kids just love this, and it lasts so long in the jar. So I grabbed that, and then I also got the peach halves in the light syrup. I almost got the pears too, but I was like, all right, that's a lot of jarred fruit, and like I think this one is only $8, but this is 10, and so is the pears. So I was like, holy cow, it's gonna be like 30 bucks in jarred fruit. So I kind of held back on getting the pears, but the pears in the light syrup is also really good in the jar like this if you like jarred pears like that. So I recommend that if you have not tried it. A couple of like non-food things thrown in real quick. I got some melatonin. It's been a super long time since I grabbed myself some of this. I haven't needed it as much as I used to, but I still went ahead and grabbed it because I do not have any at the moment. Grabbed myself some omeprazole. The better deal is at Sam's, even as opposed to Walmart, and so I just grabbed this because I'm not in there as often as I am Walmart. So I grabbed it while I was there, and then I also got our dishwasher tablets. We were running low, and this is just the Members Mark Platinum Clean. It's just the same as like the Cascade Platinum whatever, so it works out just great. Did get the Hershey's triple chocolate brownie mix. There's 4 packs in there, and it's something that we like to make either on the weekends, or I'll make it during the school week, and then the kids will take it as a snack for their lunchbox instead of having to buy like a ton of the other packaged stuff. And then we get to also put fun things in it and control how we make it and all the things. So went and grabbed that, and then all the way down there got some other Halloween fun things. This was only maybe $7, and it's 66 bags of the bats and jack-o'-lantern shaped pretzels. So the kids will take some, but the kids always like send in little goodie bags for the kids for school, and I figured that was a lot for a very small price, and I figured both kids would have enough in there to be able to give to the classmates with, you know, a few other things that we pick up. But I thought $7 to get all those pretzels was pretty darn good, so I got that. I got a 2% gallon of milk. I did just get that small box of liners that you guys saw in the previous haul, but this is the better deal, and it's crockpot season, so I'm gonna pour through that small box. While I was in Sam's, I went ahead and grabbed this for myself, and this will last a long time. There's 24 liners in there. I probably won't even need that again for a year, so that was a good stock up buy for myself. I got some of the Driscoll's raspberries for the kids. They look so red and delicious, and the strawberries, the organic ones, were on sale, so that was nice, and they look really red and delicious as well, so the kids will enjoy that fresh fruit. We were completely out of cheese, so I got 2 of the 2-pound yellow cheddar blocks, and we'll just shred them, and then we throw them in the freezer and we pull it out as we need it. Got some Constellation tomatoes. I really wanted the vine ripe ones, but the only ones they had are Camparis, which you guys know if you've been following me for a while, I do enjoy them, but they're a little bit bigger and you have to slice them a little bit more. They're not like cherry tomatoes you can pop in your mouth. And those just seem to be more convenient for Maya and I to take them to eat, to throw on the side of a meal. And I don't mind these, but we used to get these so much, but I really like the other ones a lot better. But when I'm in another store, I'll grab them. For now, this is a really good price. These still are really good. The Constellation tomatoes have all the different colors, so it's almost like mini heirlooms because they have red and orange and some green and yellows in there. So they're still really good, but those vine ripe, holy cow, like I could eat that entire container by myself. They're just so sweet and so good, and it just reminds me of walking through my dad's garden and just like plucking them off the vine. They're so good. I got the Sara Lee Artisano bread. I don't know why I always put it backwards. It's crazy. This is a 2-pack for $5 and some change. This is our favorite bread. If you guys have not tried it, I highly recommend it, but it's like a fresh loaf of bakery bread. It is really good. Completely out of the Dawn Power Wash, and I love this stuff. If you guys have not tried it, I highly recommend it. This comes with a bottle and then 2 refills. I have like a ton of tops now, but this is the best deal. They have an apple one that's really good. It smells amazing, but they never offer it like in Sam's in the big pack. You can only get it like Target or something if you just want to buy the single one, but I definitely recommend that one. It smells amazing, but we just love it. Everything that I soak or wash by hand gets dosed like in this first, and then it'll sit for a little bit, and then I'll put some hot water over it. Everything just rinses right off, and then it's so easy to wash. So I recommend that. Coming down here, got some of these chicken and cheese tacos. With the amount of tacos that are in here, this is at least 2 football nights, if not 3 or 4, or at least 2, and then a ton of leftovers for the next day, because we always make a ton of things. But this is perfect for football season, so definitely looking forward to those. The lady at the register told me that this Taylor Farms salad is amazing. It's the honey apple salad kit. It's baby greens with carrots, diced apples, sea salt, croissant croutons, feta cheese, and a honey balsamic vinaigrette. Yum, yum, yum. I think I'm going to bring this to work for myself for tomorrow and eat this for lunch. That sounds just amazing. And like I said, it came highly recommended. The lady said it's one of her favorites. Got some paper plates. I needed paper plates anyways, but they had these fun fall ones, a little bit more pricey. There's only 85 in here. It's under $10, and I think I checked, it was $18.96 for 206, which is what I normally get. But by the time I run through these, it'll be another season, and we'll already be bringing in like the Thanksgiving ones and stuff. So I just thought it would be fun. The kids like this kind of stuff, so I grabbed that for them. Got some tuna. Hubby and I have really been craving tuna a lot. And I also really love soup and sandwiches, and my kids don't mind tuna fish, which is nice. So doing tuna melts and soup I could eat that every single day of the week. I love soup and sandwiches, one of my favorite things. So I really think that if I can get the kids into eating that, we'll do that quite often, and I can get a lot of meals out of this, and lunches too, of course. But it's a 12-pack of the Starkist Chunk Light Tuna and Water. So I thought that was pretty good. And then look, speaking of soup and sandwiches, they had this Marie Collinger's 8-pack. It's 4 chicken and dumplings and then 4 pot pie. And these are like the big Mondo cans. So if we put 2 together and dish that out, that would feed our whole family, which is amazing. So we could do soup and sandwiches like 4 times for our family with those canned goods. And it's just coming into that, again, that season where that just sounds really good. Quick and easy meals on work nights. And if I can get everybody on board, like soup and sandwiches, here we go. All right, you guys, last little fun thing that I got besides the ice cream. I really didn't get too much like crap. I feel like we really focused on meat and produce and stuff besides the cereal and the brownie mix. This is really all the fun stuff that we got. Got the Danishes for the older dudes. My husband really loves like muffins and Danishes, and he's been leaving like super early for work in the morning. Like his new job is super early, so like he'll drop the kids off and then go right to work. So having one of these things to just take with him with coffee, I know that he enjoys. And the only thing is, he's like not a huge fan of the one that's just cream cheese. So I would normally stay away from these, but Paul said he likes those. The kids not so much, but as long as somebody else eats them, I don't care. So hubby will get down with the rest of those flavors, and I know that Paul will eat the cream cheese, then at least these won't go to waste. But it's the Hostess Danish like collection. There's 24 in there. They're all individually wrapped, and then there's 6 apple cinnamon, 6 berry cream cheese, 6 blueberry cream cheese, and then 6 of just the regular cream cheese. So that should last them a good long while. And then I grabbed this. This was really just, I had Mason in mind. I have so many chips and stuff that Maya loves. Takis and pickle chips and those like deli chips that I got from Trader Joe's, like they have a pickle flavor. I have those elote chips from Trader Joe's. Like Mason would never eat any of those. So Maya takes all these fun chips to school, and Mason doesn't really have anything here, but he really loves himself some Cheez-Its, and he enjoys Pringles as well. So when I saw this, I was like, all right, let me have a little drawer where I have stuff that's just for Mason, since Maya always has like a ton of things that just she'll eat because her palate is just so much more wide and vast than his is. So that is really for him. And so there's 10 Cheez-Its in there, and then 10 Rice Krispie treats, 8 of the frosted Pop-Tart bites, and then 12 of the Pringles. So that was it for all of this, Jeff. And then let's go head to the freezer, and I'll just show you the one ice cream that we got. So we got the Kit Kat chocolate wafer cones or wafer with fudge. So either just chocolate ice cream with the Kit Kat wafers, or then vanilla with fudge. There's 8 of each in there, but Mason told me there was not enough ice cream in our freezer because the only 2 containers, if you guys can see when the light adjusts, is the containers of Bluebell that I buy myself, but I don't eat ice cream. There's also those 2 little cups I bought from Aldi for myself. I bought them when the kids were away. I've never eaten a one of them, and the kids have eaten 2, and they saved the other 2 for me, and then that's kind of where it sits. So yeah, so I never eat them, but I bought them with good intentions. I just never really have a craving for it. But yeah, Kit Kat ice cream is the last of this item. So this was $606, you guys, and then stay tuned. I will have like another couple of bucks from somewhere with ground beef and my last few missing items. This has been quite the grocery haul, you guys. I was so proud of myself because I showed you guys the ice cream, and usually I forget the ice cream, and I told you guys that I had the ice cream, and I showed you the freezer, and then I was just in the shower and realized, oh man, I never showed them that I got the salt for the water softener. I told you guys in the Target one I needed it, and I bought it. I just didn't share it with you. There's a tiny little hole in the bottom of the bag and it was leaking, so I left it in the garage and never brought it in. But then blam, forgot to show you this, and this was $47.47. But I always, this is just a hint for you guys, I always buy gift cards at Sam's because they're always a little bit cheaper than the actual value. And as I mentioned, I'm in Christmas mode, and so like I start thinking about Christmas, I start thinking about purchases, and I thought about how I should pick up a gift card every time I go and put it away for Christmas. And my kids just love their Roblox, and I always shove a $50 Roblox gift card like in a gift bag underneath the Christmas tree as a gift. And so I got this for a kid, and the next time I go I'll get another one. But this was another $55 of today's haul. $101, you guys. I needed ground beef, and it turned into $101. But after deciding that I was going to get the ground beef, I said, all right, you know what, let me be diligent. And I made my meal plan, and I was able to construct 3 weeks worth of meals with everything that I got, and that does not include all of this ground beef because I did not have that. That only counts for what I needed that's already on my menu. So I will have still another meal or two's worth. So God forbid something gets pushed out, we have extra leftovers or something, I could be a good 24, 25 days in of planned meals already. And so with that meal plan, I got the few fill-in item things that I would need. So honestly, you guys are probably not going to see a grocery haul for at least 2 weeks, and it's going to be something super small and minimum. Like, let's put a bet on that. Let's see what my next one will be. I share everything, you guys see. I share down to the littlest thing. So let's make a bet and we'll see if I can do that. But I stayed pretty structured, and I think everything that I got should get us in. So in 2 weeks, I'll need to get milk and some creamer and like a couple of produce items, but I think I should be in good shape with what we got. So let me dive in right here. So like I said, being that I made my meal plan, I got the Great Value of French fried onions because I'm going to make the pork chop with the onion dip and the cheese and the fried onions on top with the ones I got from Sam's. So I grabbed that. Last time Daryl had his muffin tops were canceled. They didn't have them in stock. They were unavailable. So they had them this time since I got it at Walmart. So I just threw his little muffin tops in there for him. Between that and his Danishes, he'll be great for a while. Got 1 can of black beans and 1 whole can of corn. I'm going to use that for a crock pot dump meal. Glad I waited and still did some kind of like Walmart one anyways, because I really didn't want the giant bag of onions that Sam's Club has. So just getting the smaller one will suit us for not going bad before we use it all. So I was glad that I was able to wait to get this. Same thing with the elephant garlic. I really love the elephant garlic, and they don't have it at Sam's, but I really prefer to use it because that 1 large clove is just perfect usually for the recipe that I need. So I got a thing of elephant garlic for recipes. I did get a thing of the medium egg noodles. We're going to use this for a recipe this week. I got some of the garlic knots. I actually think I may even use this tonight because we're going to do spaghetti and meatballs, and I may just use this tonight. I'm not positive, but I usually have a pasta dish like once a week. So if I don't use this tonight, then we'll add it to a different pasta dish. But I usually try and have some kind of pasta, Italian-ish kind of thing on a Friday night. So we may use this tonight. Got a bundle of bananas. That actually was a substitution. I got the organic ones. They didn't have it. They substituted me the regular ones. Not a big deal. And then just some creamers because I was like, all right, you know what? If we're trying to carry this through, let me not, again, have to go back for, you know, at least 2 to 3 weeks. So I got 1 of the Cinnabon. They changed the amaretto to almond cherry macaroon, which is so funny because, like, that's why I love amaretto so much. That flavor is because I really love almond and like those nutty flavors. That really explains how they worded it that way, how broken down what amaretto flavors are to allow you to see. So almond cherry macaroon is amaretto, and so I loved the new packaging for it because it's so delicious. And it's funny, we never used to get amaretto because everyone said they didn't like it, and then they changed the branding. Paul picked it up. He's like, oh, I have this new one. I giggled because I knew that they had changed the packaging, and he tried it and he's like, wow, it's so really good. And I was like, oh really? Oh, it's really good? Oh, that new one's really good? Oh, okay, cool. So we can keep getting it now? Yeah, okay, great. So that's fantastic because now all of a sudden everybody likes the amaretto one, and I'm perfectly fine with having it in the house. So grabbed that one. Got another small skinny French vanilla one for Hubs. That should definitely set him for the time. Got the vanilla caramel from the Great Value brand. And then this they only had in little, but I thought this was cool. This is a caramel apple crisp. That looks kind of interesting. So we'll see what pods we can shove that into. I got 2 things of Gorilla Glue. I only really wanted 1. We were out of glue, and the glue guy forever needs glue to be gluing something. And so I went to get him some of the glue, and it said it was a minimum of 2. So these are 2 separate packages, which is fine. I'm gonna put one in the drawer now until I picked him up glue. And I know it sounds crazy, but I'm gonna put the other one away for his stocking because I always pick him up glue for a stocking anyway. And if it forced me to buy 2 and I don't need 2 right now, I'm gonna put one away because I'm already in that like Christmas mindset. So I'm gonna put one away for that. And then the piece de resistance, like the ground beef that I actually started this entire haul, which was $25 for this giant log because it's $4.89 a pound and it's 5 pounds. So it's like 24 and change. So that was like third or whatever, a quarter rather, because it's $100 grocery haul. So this was a quarter right here just in this ground beef, but I need it for chili. I'm going to use it for sauce. And then that still gives me like another meal plus to use for this, so that will come in handy. Got the onion dip for that pork chop recipe. Needed potatoes, so I got the bag of the ranch hand russets. These were beautiful, large, and perfect when I got this bag last time, and it is the perfect size. When I got a big bag from Sam's or Costco last time, some of them started to get those little, I said to you guys, oh look, I'm starting to get the little eyeballs on my potatoes. So I got the smaller bag just to make sure that they stay good. And then got the Ore-Ida extra crispy fast food fries to use alongside of a meal. I got the Cantina style chips. We're gonna use this for that crock pot chicken that I got the black beans and corn for. So we're gonna use this for that. And then I did get Maya a 12 pack of ice cream sandwiches. I got Mason the Kit Kats, and it's been a long time since I picked up like some kind of ice cream just for Maya, so I got her the ice cream sandwiches. But that, you guys, is it. That was my super really long, I think we're at like 760 bucks or something of all the groceries I've shared with you guys. But like I said, the next one should be super small, and then I'll share with you that meal plan that I created for all of these groceries to go with. You can see I never shared this meal plan, but we're just about done with it. I know it's kind of hard for you guys to read, but we did start with barbecue meatballs and white rice. See, it says starts here. I know it's so weird how it goes, but barbecue meatballs and white rice, we did that. That was great. We had the French onion chicken and mashed potatoes. We did the ham and cheese burritos, which Mason loved so much. He like ate a ton of them. He took them to school. It was crazy, but that was really, really good. We did the penne alla vodka and salad. Some of this you guys will see in a what's for dinner. Sometimes we'll eat it all before I get to film a picture or something, or I'll forget to film, or I'll take it with me to lunch and I don't film the clip, I just eat it. And so sometimes you'll see it and sometimes you won't. But we did do the penne alla vodka and salad. We did the Hawaiian pork chops with the Parmesan orzo. Oh my gosh, that was incredible. We did the Chick-fil-A night. Those chicken patties were okay. They weren't as good as the Just Bare ones, but the Just Bare don't have nearly as much protein as those ones do. So I would buy them again. They weren't fantastic, but it was still good enough that for that amount of protein, it was good. The sausage, red beans, and rice. Oh my gosh, with the cornbread, that was amazing. The pot roast with the roasted potatoes, that was incredible. Oh my gosh, that window was so bad. We had leftovers one day. We did the pumpkin waffles with egg omelets last night. That was fantastic. And then here we are at Friday. So we still have spaghetti and meatballs. I have the tiki masala with white rice, the chili, nachos, and chips, and then grilled cheese sandwiches and soup for Monday. And then my meal plan starts on Tuesday again, that you guys will see next time. But all right, you guys, that was it for this time's grocery haul and meal plan. So since I'm in the habit of forgetting things, including forgetting to film this intro and outro, which is why I'm doing it in my car, I also forgot to share with you guys that part of that Walmart haul, I ordered the Tutoroso sauce. I'll pop up the picture right here, but that's also being shipped. When something's being shipped, I forget, and then I just come home, put the groceries on my counter, and I film, and then I forget to tell you what's in my wallet, my freezer, forget to tell you what's still on the way. Like, What is going on, Kira? You're losing your touch. I see that. I apologize, but I'm also getting the Tutta Rosso sauce that has popped up on the screen right now, which is supposed to be delivered on Sunday. How am I supposed to make a big old pot of sauce without sauce, Kira? What were you thinking? So that was also included in that $101. But you guys, I appreciate you sticking with me. If you have made it all the way to the end, you guys are rock stars. I don't know how you guys make it through these really long-winded videos, but I appreciate you guys so much. You mean everything to me. If you are new, hit that subscribe button. I do a ton of grocery hauls on this channel and a bunch of other things. You guys got really fun content coming up. I just need to get the videos out. I have them. I just need to get them out. So you guys got fun stuff coming. Give this video a huge thumbs up. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.